welcome to Paranormal Kativity. I just recently was reminded of one of my past paranormal experiences that I haven't shared on this channel yet. So I'm so sorry that I didn't get to share this with you before, but it's because I genuinely forgot about it, which is terrible. So let me go into this. My friend Kaylee had posted on Facebook asking me if I ever wished I'd never told the little ghost girl that I didn't want to talk anymore. And I wrote back and I was like, why does this sound so familiar? And then one of our other friends commented and they're like, yeah, I remember that story too. And a little bit later, another friend was like, I remember you telling me this story too. And so I ended up on like a text binge with my friend who originally posted that on my wall for like over an hour that night while I was crying because I went through such an emotional roller coaster remembering what I do remember of this story. But the emotions were a mix between the fact that I genuinely forgot about this experience and I felt terrible that I would have forgotten because it was something so important to me. Then remembering just a tiny portion of it also made me very emotional. And then I also didn't know if maybe it was something I had repressed because I felt so bad about that disconnection, the fact that I did not have that contact anymore. So it was just like a huge emotional roller coaster of remembering this story, and I'm sorry it's a little rambly so far. But basically, if you guys remember like my very first paranormal experience with the Shadow Man, basically all I actually physically remember of it is towards the end, like being able to kind of have communication back and forth when I wanted to, and then having to say like, I'm not allowed to talk to you anymore, I need to go, and saying goodbye. But for a little while after that, I was able to still communicate some. With this, I only remember the saying goodbye part, which is crazy. While I was trying to like remember things that night, I very much, as soon as I realized what they were talking about, I could remember the saying goodbye portion of it. And basically what it was there was a little girl ghost that I saw on a regular basis. It would kind of go places with me. I would see it occasionally here and there, and I knew who it was. As for a name, no one remembered the ghost's name. If I gave it a name, I don't remember the name. Like, and that's another part of it that's really sensitive because I feel bad that I don't, but it was honestly years and years and years ago. But I told this story throughout high school, so it's only been in like the last 10, 12 years that this story's kind of left my memory. So basically what happened was I would see this ghost around pretty often, and I do have the memory of talking to one of my mom's friends about it. And when I talked to her, she was like, you need to tell her she has other places she needs to go, and you need to tell her that you're not going to talk to her anymore and she needs to move on to whatever else is next for her. And I remember being really sad and sitting down and talking out loud to this girl about how awesome she was and how much I loved talking to her, but I felt like there might be something more for her than just being here, and maybe it was time to move on. That's really all I remember of the actual encounter with her, is just the departure. Like, I just remember telling her I couldn't really spend any time with her anymore because I felt like she needed to go, and after that she went. She was just gone to whatever else was next for her. And so I remember being sad, but I don't remember being overly upset because I'm sure at that moment in time I would have thought, you know, whatever else is next for her has to be more exciting and more cool than popping up around me every now and then and saying what's up, you know, like it has to be more of an adventure than that. So now I just kind of was overwhelmed by the feeling of, is my memory this bad? Like, do I have something seriously wrong with me? That's another reason why I started this channel, was to document my past experiences, because I know that there's more that I've forgotten over the years. There has to be, because I experienced so much so often. So it makes sense that there are things forgotten, right? But the emotional attachment to this girl that I can only briefly remember, and as I was trying to remember saying goodbye, I did have a flash of an image of a little girl. And I don't know, honestly, if it was a memory, if it was something just random. I don't know. So I can't say for sure what she looks like even. I have a general idea, but it's, like I said, I don't know if that's the memory or if it's what I'm putting with it now. And so I just wanted to put out there that there was another ghost story that I'd never shared with you guys, and I feel like a dirtbag that I didn't remember, and I also feel really self-conscious and weird that something so significant to me that I shared with so many people I didn't remember. Like, it was a very scary, almost, experience to realize that you forget things, but it's natural to forget things. So anyway, little rambly, I apologize. It was a very emotional day, well, evening, when I remembered that. And so it took me a little while to get my wits about me to be able to share it with you guys. But as for where she is now or what she's doing or if she'll come back, it doesn't seem like she's coming back. But I was able to have a cool connection with this spirit or this energy or this ghost girl or whatever she was for a little while, and I wanted to make sure you guys knew about it. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Be sure to talk to me in the comments. Let me know if you guys have ever forgot about something important to you, because that really shook me. Thank you again. I love you guys. I'm Kat, and this is Paranormal Kativity. Have a strange day. Bye.